Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Buckle up because today we're going to be taking a look at all of the Easter eggs and secrets in Mario Kart World. From costume-based unlockables to remastered tracks, this game is packed to the brim with them, more than what you would ever expect in a kart racer. And hey, if you're a fan of finding Easter eggs in video games, make sure you hit that subscribe button because we have plenty more videos like this in the future. Well, with all that being said, let's start our engines. If you explore this area around west of Mario Circuit, you can find something otherworldly. The UFO is not the only unusual vehicle that we can take control of. We can find a boat, a truck, and a helicopter. When exploring the sea in free roam, seagulls will sometimes swoop in and accompany you on your journey. And sometimes it's not just seagulls. And while we're driving across the water, your kart's wheels don't just shift into hover mode like they did in the previous game. Instead, they transform into mini flood heads. You know, the iconic water spraying device from Super Mario Sunshine. Next up is DK Spaceport. This entire island is a massive tribute to the original Donkey Kong arcade game. Right from the moment you arrive, you'll start spotting all sorts of retro details. Arcade-style sound effects, classic DK sprites, and even an old school controller tucked away in plain sight. While racing through the desert tracks, you may have noticed these strange stonehead creatures. Honestly, when I first saw them, I had no idea what they were or where they came from. But it turns out they're actually straight from Super Mario Land on the original Game Boy. And they're not the only ones making a comeback from that game. If you look closely at some of the decorations around Shy Guy Bazaar, you'll spot another forgotten enemy from Super Mario Land. It's really cool to see these guys return, especially since enemies from Super Mario Land rarely show up in modern Mario titles. While hovering over any version of Yoshi on the character select screen, you might notice something subtle. He quietly hums a little tune. But if you listen closely, Nintendo fans will definitely recognize it. It's the iconic 19-note melody known as Totaka's song. This song is named after Kazumi Totaka, who happens to be Yoshi's voice actor. Totaka is famous for sneaking this melody into all kinds of unexpected games, from Animal Crossing to Luigi's Mansion. It's become one of Nintendo's most recognizable yet satisfying Easter eggs to find and discover. Many of the unlockable costumes in Mario Kart World are clever throwbacks to outfits from previous Mario games. And just like the costumes, the character roster is full of surprises too, especially when it comes to the hidden characters. Some of these faces you'd never expect to see in a Mario Kart title, like Chargin' Chuck from Super Mario World, Conqueror from Mario 3D World, and even Cataquax and Piantas straight out of Super Mario Sunshine. It's a wild mix of deep-cut characters that definitely adds a ton of personality to the game. And even Rob the Robot makes a return, but not the way that you think. Rather than being a playable character like he was, this time he appears as a bike, and here's the coolest part about him. His design actually changes sometimes. Sometimes he shows up in his classic NES scheme, while other times he sports his Famicom design. It's a subtle nod to Nintendo's retro hardware that fans are sure to appreciate. As you make your way towards Dry Bones Burnout, the vibe starts to shift and things get a little darker. Along the sides of the road, you'll probably pass by some old gravestones. At first glance, they look pretty standard, reading RIP, please do not disturb. But if you circle around to the back of them, you'll spot something a little different. RIP doesn't stand for rest in peace. It means race in peace. And the spooky atmosphere doesn't stop here. If you swing by Boo's Cinemas and take a peek through the binoculars, keep your eyes peeled because sometimes two little Boos will suddenly pop into view, trying to give you a quick little jump scare. This world is absolutely packed with advertisements. If you slow down and take a look at them, you'll notice many of these signs aren't just decorative. They're loaded with clever nods to older games, characters, and items from across Mario's history. While exploring the world, you come across several tracks pulled straight from the original Mario Kart game. Classics like Ghost Valley, Choco Island, and Koopa Beach make a fully reimagined comeback. And if you take a closer look at the start line at Mario Circuit, you'll notice something nostalgic. It's designed to be a Game Boy with Super Nintendo control ports on the bottom. It's a really neat tribute to the Super Nintendo, which was where Mario Kart began, and it's a reminder that all of these tracks aren't just remakes, they're celebrations of where the series got its start. While cruising around the map, keep an eye on the farmlands, as you might spot a few turnips poking out of the ground. If you drive over them, they'll actually get plucked out, just like in Super Mario Bros. 2, where pulling turnips was a core gameplay mechanic. Unlocking mirror mode takes a bit of effort, but trust me, the grind is totally worth it, especially with the Easter eggs it unlocks along the way. To do it, you'll need to track down 10 P-switches, 10 question mark blocks, and 10 Peach coins scattered across the free roam. Then you have to complete 150cc on all the knockout tours and every Grand Prix. Once that's done, head back and replay the special cup. Only then will a secret cutscene play. And during that cutscene is one small detail that really stands out. They specifically zoom in on Luigi's hat, and you'll notice that his L is backwards. Now, this might just seem random or Nintendo being quirky, like why would they point out the L on Luigi's hat? But it's actually a reference to Mario Kart Double Dash's box art, where Luigi's L was flipped. The cutscene ends with mirror mode being unlocked and even shows you how to access it in free roam. So, let's make our way to the top of Peach's castle and drive straight through the stained glass window. If you're paying close attention, you might have caught the reference. It's a clear nod to jumping into paintings in Super Mario 64, and even the sound effect is nearly identical. But let's not leave Peach's castle just yet. If you activate this P switch and drive into the warp pipe, you'll suddenly be launched into the air and given the ability to fly around the castle. This feels like a reference to Super Mario 64, where collecting all 120 stars unlocked the cannon in the courtyard, and you were able to get to the wing cap and soar around the castle's rooftops. But there's more than just a flying reference here. Unlike most other P switches, this one's goalpost is a flagpole. From forgotten characters to full-on track remakes, this game isn't about racing, it's about exploring, discovering, and celebrating everything that makes Mario Kart so much fun. This video barely scratches the surface of what Mario Kart World has hidden beneath its tracks. So if you found any Easter eggs that I didn't cover, drop them in the comments, as I'd love to feature them in an updated video. Well, with all that being said, thank you so much for watching, and as always, I hope you all have a wonderful day today.